The Comanche people originally came from the Shoshonean stock and lived in the mountainous regions of what is now Wyoming. However, around the late 17th century, they began migrating southward, which marked the start of their significant transformation and rise to power. The introduction of the horse was a game-changer for the Comanche. They acquired horses from the Spanish, and this profoundly changed their way of life. The Comanche quickly became exceptional horsemen, which earned them the nickname Lords of the Plains. The horse allowed them to travel greater distances, hunt more efficiently, and conduct raids. The Comanche were primarily buffalo hunters. The vast herds of buffalo on the Great Plains were their main source of food, clothing, and tools. They used almost every part of the buffalo, which shows their incredible resourcefulness. This dependence on buffalo hunting also meant that they needed to be highly mobile, constantly moving to follow the herds. Their social structure was relatively loose and egalitarian compared to other tribes. They organized themselves into bands, which were groups of families that lived and moved together. Leadership within these bands was based on merit rather than inheritance. The most capable and respected warrior or hunter would typically take the lead. The Comanche were also known for their fierce warrior culture. Their warriors were highly respected and trained from a young age. They participated in raids against other tribes and European settlers, which were both a means of acquiring goods and asserting dominance. These raids were a crucial aspect of Comanche life, and their success in these endeavors was due in large part to their skills as horsemen and strategists. One of the most notable figures in Comanche history is Quanah. He was the son of a Comanche chief and an Anglo-American woman who had been captured by the Comanche. Quanah played a pivotal role in the tribe's history during the late 19th century. He was a formidable leader who resisted the encroachment of settlers and the U.S. military for many years. Eventually, he became a leading figure in the transition of the Comanche people onto reservations and was influential in advocating for their rights and welfare in this new chapter of their history. The Comanche language is a member of the Uto-Aztecan language family. It's quite different from other languages in the region, which speaks to their Shoshonean roots. Despite the pressures of modernization and the spread of English, there have been ongoing efforts to preserve and revitalize the Comanche language. Religion and spirituality were also integral to Comanche life. They believed in a great spirit and had various rituals and ceremonies to honor their gods and seek their favor. One of their most important ceremonies was the sun dance, which was both a religious and social event that involved dancing, fasting, and other rituals intended to ensure the tribe's well-being and prosperity. The arrival of European settlers brought significant challenges to the Comanche way of life. The spread of diseases like smallpox, which they had no immunity against, devastated their population. Additionally, the encroachment of settlers in the U.S. military led to numerous conflicts. The U.S. government's policy of westward expansion and forced relocation put immense pressure on the Comanche and other Plains tribes. The Red River War, 1874 to 1875, was one of the key conflicts between the Comanche and the United States. This war resulted in the defeat of the Comanche and other Southern Plains tribes. Following this, the Comanche were forced to move to a reservation in Indian Territory, which is present-day Oklahoma. Life on the reservation was a drastic change from their previous nomadic lifestyle. They had to adapt to farming and living in a fixed location, which was a significant cultural shift. Despite these challenges, the Comanche people have shown remarkable resilience. Today, the Comanche Nation is a federally recognized tribe based in Lawton, Oklahoma. They have worked hard to preserve their cultural heritage, language, and traditions. The Comanche Nation hosts various cultural events and powwows that celebrate their rich history and maintain their community bonds. In modern times, the Comanche people continue to contribute to broader American society while also striving to keep their unique cultural identity alive. They are involved in various economic, educational, and cultural initiatives to improve the well-being of their community and ensure that their heritage is passed on to future generations. So the story of the Comanche is one of incredible adaptability, resilience, and strength. From their rise as formidable horsemen and warriors on the Great Plains to their adaptation to modern life while preserving their cultural identity, the Comanche people have a rich and inspiring history.